Today's High Performance Podcast is brought to you by Josh Phegan Digital. It's the only place that you'll find our expansive resource library. Every form, checklist, visual and dialogue that you'll ever need to systemize your business. Available to edit in PDF to rapidly take your business to the next level. Welcome to High Performance, the podcast featuring Josh Phegan and Alexander Phillips. Alexander, there is no doubt that one of the greatest challenges for any real estate agent is to stay consistent at a prospecting level. Now, how do you go in and do it day in, day out? How do you not get taken aback when, someone hangs up on you or you cop someone rude who's on the phone? How do you make sure you've got that energy to always be creating opportunity and not be moody and in a position that, I don't want to do prospecting today?
Josh, I think firstly, it's actually what type of prospecting you're doing. And I think we're probably 90% of the agents that their issue with prospecting is they're prospecting for now. The prospecting I do is 5, 10, 20 years. That I know I'm not going to get something immediately, but it'll come because I'm always calling them. I know that I'm giving them really good information. I think a lot of agents, firstly with their assistants as well, they're doing the wrong prospecting. They're calling they're cold calling streets, door knocking. If you've got 3 listings on the go, that all that assistant should be doing is prospecting for buyers, and the lead agent should be prospecting and looking for listings, but also compounding your name in the marketplace. So all the prospecting I do is around all the listings and sales, and something that's relevant, even if they're bought. We've got 3 houses on the go at the moment that were all bought in the last 18 months. Those calls were made to those people that bought through us because we've just sold something in the street, and then they've said, "Oh no, I've got divorced," or "Actually, I don't like the house, I want to sell it," or "Financially, I need to sell it." So, but if we weren't actually calling them to say, "What do you want to do? Do you want to sell?" We've called them, given them some information, and gone, actually, do you have any buyers, or we're not that happy here. It's amazing what you can get out of it. So I think mentally, it's like, I'm not prospecting for tomorrow. I'm prospecting for my life, and prospecting that they're going to call me when they're ready, because you're consistently letting them know about good information. And that prospecting piece needs to be one. You got to know the marketplace extremely well. So if they say, what did next door sell for? Through Bell Property, you've got to know that number. You've got to know other economic factors, stock market, interest rates, inflationary rates. You've got to come across as a professional resource person that knows a lot about what's happening, not just in the current market, but globally.
What I love about you, though, is that every day you're thinking, what are the 3 reasons why someone should sell today? And you know what? Those 3 reasons are going to impact those 5 or 6 previous market appraisals. So I'm going to get on the phone and go and ring them. And that's the big difference, is I think that, for the consistency of the prospecting side of stuff, is that you're actually making the decision to go and say, who are the people I'm going to go and call now? Now, Alex, one of the big mistakes I get a lot of people who say to me, oh, mate, you know what? I'm actually in a position that, I get a lot of business by referral, or I get a lot of business from past clients, but they can't actually determine what they actually do to actually get those past clients to become listings today. Whereas I walk into your world, you've got a very clear formula. They say, Josh, you know what, we do callbacks. That's going to be Saturdays and Sundays. Come Mondays, we're doing some leftover callbacks we haven't got a chance to do. Every time that there's a listing or a sale on the website, so we're going to go and call some people that we know that are impacted by that. But mate, you know what? If I'm in a position that I've got a couple of spare minutes, I'm just going to read back through all of my past clients. I'm going to read back through every market appraisal. I'm going to read back through my buyer-seller list today and see who I can actually inch closer to actually signing up an agency agreement.
If I was an agent, sitting within our office like Tom, who's here today, and you see a sale go through from any agent in our office, I would actually just put that street in your database and see who lives in there. You might not have spoken to them for 10 years, but that's where you start that relationship again and say, oh, it's Tom from PBD. I actually haven't spoken to you in a while, but just so you know, we just sold one in Busby Parade directly opposite you for 5.3. Just want to keep you up to date. Even that conversation, that cold sort of call, because you look at that person and go, oh, she haven't spoken to them for 10 years, then you spark that relationship again, and the next call is so much easier, because then you just keep calling them when there's something that sells around the street or the next street or whatnot. Which
is one of my favourite sayings: if you don't ask, you don't get. Alex, we just sold Bushby Street. We've got 2 buyers that are left over. What should I do with them? And you just sit there and you're going to say one of three things, sell them something else or bring him through my place or don't bring him through mine. But did you hear that 38's going to be coming on the market because they got a job relocation? And if you don't put it out there, you don't generate the leads off the back of it. So consistency every day makes a difference. And I think it's like that whole idea. Do you shower every day? Of course you do. Okay, great. Well, then make sure you prospect every day. Get out in front of people, get the market appraisals book, get the listing numbers up, and you'll actually have a phenomenal career.